Hello everybody. This is week 15 of Python for everybody. And you may have noticed that wasn't any week 14 because I wasn't streaming. I was busy with Easter and family visit. My mom visited me, so there was no time for that. But I did read on the way, I did actually get into Dr. Chuck's book about introduction to networkings. I read it on the way. I'm not sure if I will, get too deep into that. Maybe I will read it as a side, but for now, of course, still the main focus to finish all what the book has to offer and really, grasp just basically Python to be able to do stuff with Python. Because networking is, again, it's another rabbit hole, which I don't wanna, for now, I don't wanna get too deep into it, definitely. And what else? What else? I have no idea. So this stream was again. I had the live stuff. The the service guy was coming here today, and I was waiting for him, and he did a bunch of stuff like cable management and safety net for the cat in the balcony. But so I was like, no, I'm definitely not gonna start streaming because then I'm gonna have to stop it at some point. And what if I'm just into it? And I was just prolonging, and now it's 4 p.m. And it's, of course, I feel shitty about it, but regardless of this, we have our time now. It's here. Like, really, today I was so close to, again, feeling like I'm gonna just give up. I was literally playing God of War, Ragnarok, when he came back finally, and then I realized, okay, so I took the pill. I took the second dose today, 10 milligrams. Still considered a shortage. I asked them. Now I have a prescription for a month to see when they will be available, and then I'm gonna have 6 boxes. I really need to stack. But I mean, honestly, if you have the will, it does, it does wonders. It's just, when you, that's the thing. Like, if you have any kind of a thing, life event that comes according to your routine, then it's very, very easy to just lose, there is this momentary feeling that you're not gonna make it. It's awful. It's really important to not take this at face value. On the other hand, I really would love to finally make my video, like, crop it properly, because this is, again, I'm postponing this for such a long time and it looks like shit. Anyway, what happened this week? So last week, sorry. Wait, no, it's Saturday. So this week, definitely this week. So I continued with the network exercise. Like, there was one exercise left, which was about the header, like to read the header information and then, only print the data once you read the everything. And I really had this, like, I figured this out in my head, like, okay, so the header is until the new line and yada yada yada. You just have to read it there, you find it. Let me break it down. I have the solution here. So I took the receive to 20 bits because that was basically the main thing. So on Tuesday, I even documented this on threads. So I should post my threads in the description or something, because I feel like I was in this coffee house and I really felt like, okay, each thought which gets me closer to the solution, or each attempt, I'm gonna just document it. And I'm not even sure threads is the best. Probably it's not the best way to document this because you cannot even post code there so far. But anyway, as I was getting closer, so the on Tuesday I managed to basically get to this line. If header ends with this is true, so basically we were able to read the retzver and then create another loop which will read the rest of the data. But I couldn't figure out at the time to just simply put this so that we basically have a, like, I couldn't make it in a way that it will keep read the header. My code only worked if I have enough bytes to read the whole header plus some data. So of course I went to Discord. I asked them like, hey, please don't spoil me. Please don't spoil the answer. Just tell me, just help me think. And well, you need to know the hand of the header, well, which will be, okay, so this I knew, of course I knew. So you keep reading from the socket until you reach that. Everything before that is the header. So you keep reading from the socket until you reach that. That was basically the, like, okay. And then I went to my study room, and while header ends it is false, but it didn't work because first the header, I had to give some value. So I put string, that it's just a string. It doesn't work. No, you have to add some this value, like, and it's an empty string. But if you just name it string, it's not an empty string, so what the fuck. But anyway, so if you put this here, it's gonna create an empty string. And then the condition can actually continue because it is false. You created a condition which is at the time, like, which can, you know, this can react to it, kind of. And then basically with this, it will keep read. Yeah, I actually wonder if, yeah, but what if, how is it gonna even print this? Like, is it gonna still print the whole, oh wait, maybe we found a bug. Oh no. Shit. Okay, wait, so now if I move this here to the other screen, I'm gonna break stuff, probably. Right? No, I know what to do. I'm just gonna put this here. And I'm gonna put this guy. Come here. Okay, I think the resolution is fucked up. Just one moment. God damn it. Okay, I'm not even gonna care about this. Okay, you can see the code. That's it. So anyway, where I was. So we may found a bug with this, unfortunately. So let's see, because, so which file? So Romeo Fool. Yeah, this was very nice because we basically, yeah, use ChatGPT, like basically like, hey, just give me methods which I can use. What methods? Just list me methods. And the dot find, this is how basically I find out. So the find, this will give us basically the location. Oh wait, why is it -1? Yeah, it's -1 now because it doesn't exist, right? Okay, so now, okay, I went too far, but anyway. I don't know, I think this is still like an ideal scenario. Because you still have to have enough bytes to have enough. And what if you don't have? And then it's gonna break. Anyway, let me just print this out. I have no idea what's going on. Yeah, see, so it's actually fucked up. It's fucked up because I mean we didn't know. Yeah, okay. So we found the bug, guys. Oh shit. This is sad. But yeah, at least we are critically thinking now. Wait. So now everything is on the VS. But what if I just put the VS Code down? Every time I have a break from streaming, I just lose completely. Like what was I like to do? Okay, so this is, and what is this window now? Okay. Yeah. So the problem is we don't actually print the header. We don't save the header here. So this way we don't save the header because it gets overwritten. Yeah. So basically the part where he says, and make sure to take the remaining part of the buffer, forward it to your content read loop. So I think I'm just gonna check somebody's code on this, probably, because it's unclear. Um, it's really unclear if they want me to change the socket program so it only shows data after the header and the blank lines have been received. Remember that Raspberry receives characters, new lines, and all not lines. Yeah, I mean, it's really unclear if you want me to print, still print out the header, or if we are just fine without the header. Maybe what we can do is just, hey, don't print. We can add something like, hey, because now we be printing this xt plain, which we don't actually need. If, yeah. Do 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 do. This monitor is so in my face. It's way too close. And I think the resolution is not even correct. Maybe I should reopen. Okay, I don't care about distractions. Let's just work on this. Oh, I was so hoping. So this is my big dilemma, like seriously with this whole thing. I know the initial idea was we're gonna finish the book. So we're just gonna finish the book and we will see, okay? Because like now I can see that you can actually study with like with medication you can actually study. Like this is no questions about it. But still, you know, you have to be passionate about the things you study. Like you actually have to see it realistically, that you can see yourself, you know, solving problems, and you know, you can see yourself being stuck at some dumb bullshit issue and you're gonna have to solve it. And it's just such a, you know, I mean, you know, our chance, we are not privileged, right? So we don't really have, at least, you know, now we see the options we have, but it's like, god damn it. I'm just saying I would, what the fuck is this sound? I'm just saying I would love to, you know, use this time, like use this for, right? Like I did this now. I tried every evening now to practice the C major scale, but I don't know why I'm talking about this. This is not about, this is about Python for everybody, so shut the fuck up. Let's continue with this guy. We discovered a bug. This is like critical thinking. This is contributing to our progress. So how can I make sure that I'm not gonna print the remaining of the header, whatever is remaining from the header? How can I make sure that I'm not gonna print it and I'm only gonna print the data? Is this really the task? This is not where we wanna go. So header ends with, and the header is this guy now. In this case, copy value. What is the value? I need something which tells me the len. I hope this works. Okay, yeah, fine. Yesterday I saw Akustas Sonic for 15,000 crowns, Czech crowns. But then quickly I checked a video about from Red Soul, Shul, and he said he bought one for 1,000, the American version, but he said it's like it's a gimmick. There's no point buying it, so it's good that I watched that video because I'm not in the position to buy it anyway. But yeah, it's like 10,000 cheaper than from the shop. But it's like really, I have to really fight these urges about like going to marketplace or everything, because now really I use my really old, like I have this guitar here for 11 years, right? Jesus Christ. And it's like really, I can see that since I'm on and off, I'm using it. This neck is just really the most comfortable thing I can imagine now. So, and anything you need to do on music can be done because there's so much to do. So yeah, I should really start streaming about music, for fuck's sake. Okay, anyway, so oh my god, print. Yeah, you're gonna name this print. Not funny at all. But anyway, so it's 12. Oh, god damn it. So yeah, so this has the length of 12 integers. How is this gonna help us with the data? What the fuck? Why is it not callable? Ah, yeah, I'm so sorry. Yes, this is exactly why I said it's not funny, because you're gonna just, yeah, exactly. It's all right, Gergely. It's all right. We are in the game now. This is so much more fun than help desk and doing this is like actually you are using your brain, and it's a lot of shit, but you are giving yourself the chance to see. We are going into the unknown, deep in the unknown. But who knows? Maybe it's gonna really, and you're gonna be so freaking happy if it actually comes out to something great. Why is it not printing though? Okay. Anyway, we know it's 12. We know it's 12. Ah, wait, it's here. Okay, I always forget. So it's 12. The header is 12. We printed the data decode. Right? And what was in that case the data decode? Okay. So while true, print data. Okay. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT, what else can what arguments I can add here? Our project is no more. Our project is no more. Such a shame. What other oh shit. In Python, the decode method is used to decode a byte subject into string using da. When you use da, you're printing the without adding new line character at the end due to the. If you want to add other arguments to the print function, you can use. Oh, okay. What if I want to print the data from a certain index? Replace start index with the index from which you want the start printing to the decode. This code will print the decoded string starting from the specified index without adding. Alright. So, alright, but the starting index of a decoded string, right? So we're gonna have to see. Okay, so we don't actually need the len. We don't actually need. We need actually like again like temporary. I should call this like debug. Debug data equals, or actually no, like the decoded data at that moment is the same value. So print or I can even, yeah, I should add it. I don't want to print it. I just want it to debug len decoded data, boom. And we're gonna see if at this time and place it's gonna, oh shit. Okay, I'm doing bullshits. Yeah guys, this is part of the process. Self-doubt and confusion is part of the process. So debug is 20. Because this is, but how this can be 20 if it's, aha, okay, I get it now. Alright. Okay, but this is again, it's not gonna work because we are assuming that we're gonna have a fixed amount of numbers. You're gonna imagine that you're not gonna, but if we're gonna really go deep into this problem, we're not even gonna ever find the header. Trust me, look at this. Let's say we're gonna work with the slowest internet as human ever saw, with 1 byte a second. It's gonna fucking break. Look at this. There's nothing gonna happen. Huh? Yeah, see, there's nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think, yeah, the solution would be really to somehow find a way to actually like read, like what happens if I only have one. We need a sanity check if this is really what required from us. If we have only 1 byte, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know if we need to go this deep though. because right, really seriously, like if you're gonna have a problem like this, you maybe you don't actually need to solve this, but you actually need to solve your internet. Like you need to re-establish the internet. It's not gonna be about, oh my god, but everything is possible. That's the problem. Like anything we think is possible here, and there is a way. There is a way to make this program work with like zero bytes. Okay, not 0 bytes, but yeah. Jesus. Yeah, I think I'm gonna check it up, okay? Because we have a bunch of things ahead of us, okay? So I'm not, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm gonna continue with the book. All right, no hard feelings, guys. I'm not gonna feel bad for myself, okay? We're gonna just compare the code, and we're gonna see like, hey, why? I cannot take this, Jesus Christ. Python for everybody. This is something else.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to start a new series of videos. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to solve one exercise which I missed from my Python for Everybody series, and some people requested it in the comments. So I'm going to do that today. This is exercise 5 from chapter 12, which was about network programs with sockets and such. So the exercise is asking us to change one socket program we wrote in a previous exercise so that it only shows data after the headers and a blank line has been received. Okay, so I'm going to grab the code from exercise 2, and I'm going to modify that code for this one. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. Let's go here. Okay, so let's remind us a little bit what this does. So we have this socket connection, and we go make a get request to grab this resource, and let's run this. I'm going to give this test URL, and I get back the response with the headers. Now the thing is, we want only the content, so this part right,
We want only the content, right?
yes,
Okay,
this part,
we want only the content. We don't want the, we will not gonna print. But still, this is, yeah. Unfortunately, if you,
right
I
here,
just wanna check if
we
you.
don't want this part, which is the
Okay,
headers.
I have time.
So
I will
when we
check.
get back the bytes string, I think we need to slice it and
Sorry, guys.
slice it from here till
Cannot
the
be
end.
visible.
So what we need to do is to find this position here, and the way we can do that is that when you send an HTTP request, you always need to end the headers like this, with a carriage return a new line, carriage return new line. So in the byte string, we just need to find the position of this string. Okay, so we need to find this position, and that means that is the position where the headers end, and we need to slice that string. So let's do that. Let me clear this up. So I'm going to, and let's just print the content. Just like before, where you get the asks for, and okay, so I think that's it. This exercise, that's all. I think we got what content.
Phew, that's so different, because he did like it's done with all. It's done with only in one loop. And what I did was actually creating multiple loops. And if header ends with that, this is so crazy.
Let's run this. And let's enter the this URL. Great, I think we got what. Yes, so as you can see now, after enter URL, we only get the content without the headers like before, where you get the information about the request. Okay, so I think that's it. This exercise, that's all this exercise asks for. And
okay, but see, the good thing is about that checking this is that Oxonai is, I'm gonna subscribe to him now, but really, like, it doesn't answer the question if we really need to try it without any. So I'm gonna just leave it at this now. Phew. Yeah, the interception or interception is can vary from person to person, or about the task. Like, what do we actually think about? Because I don't think it only shows data after the headers have been received. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. We can add this maybe to the let's discuss with the notes coaching session 2. All right, so let's continue. We're gonna continue with using web services. I don't know if you can read this, but let's try. Yeah, that's the problem. I figured this out, like, really, with with Ritalin and everything, that you can be motivated, but if you feel any type of oh, I didn't figure this out, then the failure, even no matter how small it is, you make it like it's, I just feel incredible amount of like, you know, it's crazy. Anyway, we're not gonna care about this. We're gonna read about web services. I'm gonna just read it out loud. I already went through this, but we're gonna repeat. Oh, yeah, I think because it fucks with my mind that I had questions which are not answered, and I feel like I'm skipping through and everything. But that's why we left a note so we can return to this if we're not gonna forget. But yeah. Chapter 13, Using Web Services. Once it became easy to retrieve documents and parse documents over HTTP using programs, it did not take long to develop an approach where we started producing documents that were specifically designed to be consumed by other programs, not HTML to be displayed in a browser. There are two common formats that we use when exchanging data across the web. Extensible markup language has been in use for a very long time and is best suited for exchanging document style data. When programs just want to exchange dictionaries, lists, or other internal information with each other, they use JavaScript object notation. We will look at both formats. When we're gonna go into APIs here, yeah, that's the thing. Wow, just only 1 hour later. Okay, so basically, yeah. So regarding XML and JSON, literally, the only thing I understand now is that it's basically, fuck, where did I wrote it? I remember I wrote this down. It's like serialization formats. So because HTML can be very messy, so we basically have XML and JSON. Yeah, I watched the video, I remember. So JSON was not invented but discovered by a guy. And basically the reason, and JSON has a much tighter syntax, I guess. But the reason why we have this, so that programs can communicate with each other much easier, because with HTML you would have a lot of problems, I guess. And now we're gonna go to a application programming interface, which is very important for us because this is exactly what my friend is doing. And I mean, this is, you can hear all the time API. Like we have to make connection to the API, but do we actually know what is an API? Like I remember in 42 there was some Z who I really actually don't remember too much, but what the fuck? Oceano had a video about APIs, like the what is actually the API. But let's tackle this shit. We now have the ability to exchange data between applications using hypertext transfer protocol and a way to represent complex data that we are sending back and forth between these applications using extensible markup language or JavaScript object notation. The next step is to begin to define and document contracts between applications using these techniques. The general name for these applications, application to application contracts, is application program interfaces. When we use an API, generally one program makes a set of services available for use by other applications and publishes the APIs that must be followed to access the services provided by the program. When we begin to build our programs, where the functionality of our program includes access to services provided by other programs, we call the approach service-oriented architecture. Okay guys, I cannot continue without actually like finding a solution for this. Literally, I'm so messed up. So I'm gonna just go and ask ChatGPT, like, hey, is there a way to read the sockets? Okay, I have ChatGPT open. But you're not gonna be able to see it, right? Yeah, anyway. But I'm just gonna ask, like, is there a way to keep reading the sockets? God damn it. This is madness now. This is actually madness. Let's just finish this task like the guy did it. That okay, so we're gonna remove the header. Yes, we can do it like this, but no, we cannot really, because where do we save? So can I save? Can I list? Yeah, we're gonna have to use a list, and we're gonna have to like to save them, to append them each time. Let's ask ChatGPT if do you think don't spoil this exercise. In this case, the instructions specifically mention to show data after the headers and a blank line have been received. This implies that you should not print the headers, but only the data that comes after the headers and the blank line. Therefore, you should only print the header. Okay, so that's great. So the only thing we're gonna do, is just remove the header, and we're gonna consider this a success. And this is gonna be extremely easy for us with the 512, because so debug len if true, debug is 512 in this case. But see, that's my problem again, that we cannot really but we can still look for the end of the line. So what is in the decoded data? So while true, print but only after that was spooky. There was a spooky scene. This was a spooky scene, but hopefully it's nothing. Jesus Christ. No, it's okay. It's alright. So no panicking. No panicking. We have to follow the rules. We have to follow the instructions. We cannot go fuck around because it also it messes with your mind and what is. Oh Jesus Christ, that was so scary. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think I'm gonna have to end the stream, unfortunately. Or I can fight it. I'm gonna fight it. Okay, so let's try to talk about this. Where was I? Where was I? Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. This is so scary. Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream, guys. I'm gonna end the stream and go down for a little bit.